Hey guys, Arusu here. So I just noticed that most of my opponents this month were of higher elo. I think it's because of the World Championship. Players are practicing and stuff like that. The higher elo opponents are typically much more fun to play against since they have uh, much more depth of understanding of the game's mechanics. So obviously they play much better, but they also don't like to surrender as much as the lower elo opponents. Games are longer. Games are more, more. How should I say? It has a lot more in stake for them. Since if I win, I gain a lot of elo. If they win, they don't get that much elo. So they really don't want to surrender. But since they have of higher elo, they also play very good. Games last longer, a lot of units, giants, bombers, rammers, typically markets, everything. Games is good with higher elo opponents. So for now, turn 8, I'm already setting up my market spots. I have a good level 4 windmill here, so I can go market, windmill for level 3. So this would give me 7 level 7 markets. So very good. Also, turn 8 giant, very typical. And now I go explorer. Unfortunately, it went the wrong way. I was hoping to get vision on them since I have fishing. I was hoping to get vision on them. Another city of them here. Crafting here. Level 3, level 2 for stars. So I now have rafts. Early sailing. They also have rafts of their own, but I was hoping to deny them since now I have scouts. Another port. Deny. Just sitting on the raft. They have another smaller continent here, and they get a free claim on that one. I don't have much. I have 4 cities here. I have a possible. Okay, I have another island city here, replacing my scout here for hopefully stars. But they have a giant. I don't know that, but the moment I place my scout there, it revealed that he actually has 2 giants. So he creates a juggernaut splash, severely wounding my scout. In the ruin, it gave me a veteran rammer, very nice. I get roads, just enough for another giant. I'm removing my roughs there, but he has very easy access to juggernauts. Me, not so much. Next turn, I can get a juggernaut of my own. Now I place a rough port here for +3. I didn't went with explorer since I'm pretty sure it's just going to go through this. It's just going to take this lighthouse here. Maybe I should have just saved the explorer here instead. But oh well. Stars, development, another stars. Moving my giant here, another juggernaut here. He has 2 juggernauts already. Next turn I only have 1. Now I get the lighthouse. Now I get trade. That was very greedy of me. I should have just how should I say this? I should have prioritized naval development instead of markets. But oh well, I'm very greedy. Trade. First market, first juggernaut, free hit on the juggernaut. He's taking this city, is undefended. And now he's pushing his juggernaut here to go 1v1 with my juggernaut. I do free hit, and then I port my juggernaut. That was very greedy. I should have just moved my juggernaut here. Oh well, and then I go with border growth. Heal. But they have, just enough units to actually siege this one. So that was a very poor decision of my part. Yeah, get hit, another scout hit. So they had just enough units to siege with the giant. They had scouts, so oh well, that was a poor move on me. I should have prioritized defending this one. And now they have catapults. So my only choice is to attack this one as soon as possible since they are going to take this city here. I was hoping I was able to at least steal back this city here. I may have enough units for, appropriate attack. And now I'm just very greedily developing for another giant. Another market. They moved back their catapult to a much more safer location. They have full HP scouts, just wounding my rafts. Rider, 2 riders, 3 riders, and then a warrior. Then they moved their giant there to protect, and then I went with climbing. The reason being, I want to put my giant here, not only for vision, but also for the defense bonus. But also, I'm going to finally capture this ruin with climbing. I rode my 3rd giant in. Hopefully, I have just enough units for an attack, but sooner or later you'll see why that was a big mistake. I should have really prioritized in securing this city rather than attacking on land. They killed one of my giants. They have 2 catapults. They're shutting down this port here. This port is essentially closed permanently. They have too much naval access. Another giant preparing for market spot here. Again, very greedy on me. I should have prioritized on protecting my navy. Now, since this one's defended by a giant and a defender and a catapult, I just decided to push downstream. But that was a very poor decision since they have defenders. Defenders is very cost effective in defending on a city, and then they do a giant push. So I just decided to park my embark unit here to hopefully get a bomber and siege here. But next turn you'll see why that may be a mistake. And then I go with defender to fight their defender with my own defender. See? And then they make a juggernaut here, essentially closing down my port here. They already have defenders here, essentially guarding this bridge path. I can no longer use this bridge as effectively as I want to. They have complete naval dominance. And my giant pushes here is already depleted. I do not have any more form of attack. The only thing I can do now is defend. So a good defense is just cleaning up port here, hoping for maybe I can make something out of this one, but I'm not too sure. They have catapults, they have defenders, they have giants, they have riders, they have all the units that they could ever need for an attack, and now they have bombers. At this point, I really should be surrendering since there's no comeback from this. I only have 4 cities. I'm pretty sure they have more than 6. The only cities I can see is 5, but I'm pretty sure there's still 2 more in the fog of war. But it's always best practice to never surrender, regardless of how hopeless the situation is, because maybe, just maybe, the opponent's internet connection suddenly shut down, or there's a miracle that happened. Anyone can hope. Hopefully I can win, but you don't know. And then they siege with a giant, and they park their juggernaut here. I can unsiege this one. I can make a Houdini out of the giant, but this city here, it's done. I don't have any more monuments to do an unsiege. They're pushing up their juggernaut. They have rammers, catapults moving in, more naval, more rammers, giants healing up. Only thing I can do is do a poof here. And I was stuck thinking if there is maybe something I can do to unsiege this one, but I don't have enough units. I don't have enough stars. I don't have any monuments to place. So I just surrendered. So that's the game. Let's look at the opponent's point of view. Let's first look at distribution of cities. Okay, so here I have 2, 4, 5. I know I have 4 cities in my continent. He has 3. He has access to this one smaller continent here. So 5 versus 5. It's actually very fair since I have this island city here. But let's see how. Okay, right, there's this. And his tech 3 is very, how should I say, not good. A lot of very early game technology instead of prioritizing on 1T3 technology. But still I lost, so I don't know. And then one of my most crucial mistake was not properly securing this city. If I had this city here long term, regardless if they had catapults or scouts, I would be able to properly defend since I already have markets. If they didn't take this city here, they won't be able to deny me this port access here. They won't have enough pressure to stop me from developing my navy, but I made a crucial mistake on letting them take this one with a giant. I assume that they won't be doing that, but assuming is not a very good idea. Assuming is a terrible thing to do in this game. I lost. I also thought I could be able to capture this city because I have a 3rd giant here. I have road access here. I bridge access, but yeah, that was wrong. Since they took this one, they outtook me in score. Although I have markets really can't win game. Markets only there so you can buy more units than the enemy. But in this game, not only though I don't have enough city to make enough units. I don't have port access to make navals as well as he does. I fucked up. Yeah. So it's a good game, I guess. To the opponent, I hope this game was just as enjoyable as it was for me. And I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like and subscribing is most appreciated. And see you in the next one. Peace.